Ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking boots, and specifically these bad mama jammas right here. It's 2025. Do we still say bad mama jammas? Doesn't matter. I did it, all right? We're talking Crispi Guide GTXs, and I'm gonna be honest, I live in Arizona where it's currently like, I don't know, 1,000,000 degrees. So these are the non-insulated version. You can probably take and apply everything I'm going to say to the insulated version though. I've had these boots for about a year now. Gone through 2 deer hunts and an elk hunt. You can see still got the dirt and stuff on it. Grass, dirt, everything like that. Proves they were used. But in all reality, I probably have somewhere around 150 miles on these boots. Definitely not what I would consider maybe a long-term review, but definitely enough miles to really give me a basis to give you guys what I like and don't like about these boots. Now, as always here at the wonderful channel and community that has become Deer and Donuts, we'll start with the numbers on this product. The Crispi Guide is essentially the big brother of the Nevada, all right? And when I say big brother, it is 2 inches higher. This is a 10-inch boot. Now with that comes some added weight, all right? These weigh 2.1 pounds per single boot. They only come in this brown lovely color that you see in front of you, but they do make them in a ton of sizes, and more importantly, they make them in a standard width as well as a wide. Now, here's the big one, all right? Price tag. I want you to sit down. This is gonna sting a little bit. Usually these run about $480. It's a pretty massive price tag. Let's see if it stacks up. I will tell you guys, I've been a fan of Crispi for a while. This is probably my 3rd set. They just seem to work really well with my foot. Prior to these guides though, pretty much everything I've bought has been their lightweight stuff. Whether it's the Laponia or the Altitude, these definitely are a little bit more beefy of a boot. Now I'll be transparent with you. Getting these was mostly a fact-finding mission, all right? 1, I wanted to see if I liked a 10-inch boot. And 2, I really wanted to see $480 is a huge price tag. Is this worth it? So we'll start with the things I don't like about these boots, because everybody loves a good cynic, right? Like being the villain. We'll start with the rubber rand that goes all the way around the leather, as well as this rubber toe cap. It is already kind of falling apart. You can see chunks all around it. Again, 150 miles. Arizona's deserts are rocky, I get it. It chews up boots. But I don't know that I love seeing that my $480 boots already have some damage with that little miles. Now flipping it over, ignoring the grass, you can see there's also big chunks taking out the lugs, all right? Again, I get it. Arizona, rough. Rocks, sharp, needles, everything. But if your price tag is going to be $480, man, I want a little bit more durability than what I'm seeing right now. Now again, 3 trips, 150 miles. There is some scouting and some other stuff on these throughout there. But there is the possibility that these hold up way better than what I think they're going to. I'm already seeing some chinks in the armor though, and to be honest, only 2 of the hunts were really demanding on the boots. The other one was an elk hunt that was in like Ponderosa pines and stuff. Complaint number 2, not unique to these guides, is the Crispi insoles. If you're getting Crispi boots, I would plan on just taking those and immediately throwing them in the trash and replacing them. They are not good, at least for my feet. The Crispi insoles to me are kind of like the equivalent of fast food. They'll get it done at a pinch, but they're gonna leave your body feeling terrible. So the first thing I do, like I said, rip those out, throw them in the trash. I use Superfeet. Whatever insoles you guys use is probably going to work, but just know that it's going to be quite the upgrade from these factory insoles from Crispi. And the third thing I don't love about these is the weight, all right? 2.1 pounds per boot. Now this isn't an absolute knock. It is number 3 on my list for a reason, because it's not as big of a deal to me. These don't feel like you have an absolute brick on your foot, but you can definitely tell there's some heft to them. You can tell at the end of your day, your legs are a little bit more gassed than probably they would be if there was a slightly lighter boot at the end of it. Now when I say heft, it wasn't the weight I so much noticed as these just feel like big clunky boots on your feet. If you're looking for nimble trail runners or something like that, this is definitely not gonna be that. It is a large boot and it is clunky on your foot, but that is what it is designed to do. Now maybe you're a physical freak and the 2.1 pounds per leg isn't really gonna matter to you, but it is something to consider because it is something that I have noticed as I'm wearing these boots around. That knocks out my list of the major dislikes for these Crispi guides. Now let's jump into the things I like about them. Number 1, I really like the 10-inch boot. Going downhill, side hilling, those 2 things, they really tore up my ankles in an 8-inch boot. I felt like I was rolling them or having issues. The 10-inch and being able to lace it all the way to the top really seems to lock my ankle in. There is no movement. At the end of the day, my ankles aren't super, super tired. Now, I guess that's kind of a trade-off, right? You have the extra 2 inches, add to some weight, adds to a little bit more tired legs. My ankles aren't as tired. Maybe it's just a trade-off. I don't know. But I have enjoyed these 10-inch boots. If I could find a 10-inch boot that was probably a little bit lighter and a little bit less expensive, they would be probably my ideal boot. Number 2 on the list for the pros for this guide is going to be the out-of-the-box comfort. Now, similar to the insoles, that is not unique to this particular model of Crispis. I found that pretty much across all the Crispis. These took about 5 miles to be completely pain-free. And even the little bit of pain I did experience was just kind of like a hot spot on the bottom of my foot. That was very, very mild. There's almost no break-in period to really any of the Crispi boots I've owned, but definitely these guides. So my final pro for these guides is that I really feel like they nailed the sole stiffness. These are rated as a 3 on the flex scale. Not crazy flexible, but just enough. So here's the big thing for me. I felt like I still had a little bit of feel in my foot, could tell what I was stepping on, didn't feel like I was walking on 2x4s, but it was stiff enough that if I stepped on a sharp rock or something of that nature, it didn't feel like it was jabbing into my foot. Now I know that the sole stiffness probably comes with a little bit of the reason that the soles are starting to fall apart. But can a guy want it all? Well, I was really hoping for 480 bucks I would get it all. But again, out of the box comfort comes with these soles were really, really comfortable to walk on. I never had issues with my feet hurting or feeling like I didn't have enough grip. Felt like I had enough feel in my foot to really go over some technical terrain. Overall, I was just impressed with the sole. I think the 3 in the flex scale really nailed it for me with Crispi. And when you look at their numbers, that kind of makes sense, right? They rate it 1 through 5. 3 is right in the middle if my math is right. So it should do pretty much everything you need pretty well because, again, right in the middle, right like Goldilocks. I'll touch on one last thing, not really a pro or a con, but right here, Gore-Tex. I didn't have any stream crossings or anything like that on my elk hunt, but definitely wet, dewy meadows in the morning. These did just fine. Didn't let any water through. Didn't have any issues with breathability afterwards once my feet started getting warm and sweating. I've heard stories of the Gore-Tex liners inside really shredding and falling apart quick, and that seems to be not unique to Crispi, but really any boot brand. So far, these are holding up pretty good, and they are still what appear to be waterproof. So, are these worth $480? Well, I'm gonna hit you with a cop-out. I think it depends on who you are and what you're looking for out of a boot. Will I buy these again? Probably not. I like them, but I don't absolutely love them, and for $480, man, I need to absolutely love them. But here's what I view as the hunter that is going to like these the most. I think it's probably someone like me that struggles with weak ankles, rolling ankles, just ankle issues in general. The 10-inch really helps with that. I think it's probably also someone that is looking for a do-it-all boot. Like I said, this seemed to tackle any terrain I threw at it really, really well. So if you're looking for something that's gonna chew through whatever you throw at it, maybe not with the most durability, but still get it done, these guides aren't a bad option. I think the final thing is someone that values comfort over all else. Like I said, every Crispi boot I've ever bought is incredibly comfortable right out of the box, nearly broke in. They're really hard to beat, and I can tell you that this boot continues to be comfortable. So those are my thoughts on the Crispi Guide GTX non-insulated. If you have wore these in the past, let me know what your thoughts are. See if maybe you can sway me a little bit to give these another chance. Now, if you like gear reviews, stick around, go down, hit that subscribe button. It is completely free. It'll bring you back to the channel. We do a ton of gear reviews, e-scouting tips, just really everything hunting related. And if you want to invest less than the price of a candy bar, YouTube won't let us make our memberships free, but it's 99 cents a month, gets you into our Discord channel. We talk gear, we talk e-scouting, we talk strategies for different animals. We're really trying to build a community where people feel comfortable going to get actual answers, not have to wonder, is this guy trying to mislead me because he doesn't want me to shoot his target buck, or is he sending me completely away from his spot? Trying to build an actual helpful group. So if you want, jump on down, hit that join. You'll get almost immediately invited to our Discord channel. But until next time, I'm Matt with Deer and Donuts. Goodbye.